A big question as we go back through the wisdom of Sufism and Sufi teachings is, how do we carry our wounds? How do we let our wounds define us? Or are we just simply an awakeness over which the wounds have washed? This is one of the best practices that we can use to bring our flowering Sufi heart to the forefront, to aliveness. Wounds happen. Of course, we're going through the story of, me having cancer and all the terrible things that happened to me while I happened miraculously to live from it. One of the big things was a very, very radical mastectomy that left me really unbalanced, funny looking, lymphedema in my arm. If you're wondering how come I've always got weird stuff on my arm and what's going on with this, and just a wound, a physical wound that is so big and so tight it can't really heal much. It can get a little bit better, but it's just obvious all the time. But how I handle that wound is up to me, right? We, in spiritual circles, we tend to be very critical and self-absorbed. And if you're not caring about other people and if you're stuck inside yourself, that's what's always going to be coming out. So your wounds, you have wounds, I know you do. I had many wounds before this wound. Lots of things happened to me. Things still happen to me, but is that the thing does that define me? Does that make me who I am? Do the decisions I make around those wounds stick with me forever? Or can I soften them and let them fly away, or let them be unimportant? We're kind of back to the idea of the Sufi heart, independence and indifference. Are you your wound, or are you actually independent of it and indifferent of it, so that it's not constantly creating your actions throughout the day? One of the very best practices that you can do to make sure that your wounds are not the forefront of your life is to think about others. Think first about how you fit into everything, then what you're going to get out of it. Particularly when annoyances come up. There's going to be lots of annoyances as we go through life. But if we let those annoyances grab us and make us crabby and selfish, then we're not doing our Sufi practices. We shouldn't try to be more caring. Being more caring should be the result of understanding ourselves better. If you understand yourself well, then you will see that everyone else also has these wounds. Now, this doesn't mean always be nice, because there are situations where that just doesn't work.